everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie and I am back with a start to finish review of another diamond painting kit. This is Rainbow Universe from Diamond Art Club and the artist Kayomi Harai. And today I'd like to take you through unboxing this kit rather, and sharing my first impressions, and then getting to show the completed kit to you and talk about my experience of working on it and giving you a really in-depth look at how it looks finished so you can decide if this is one you want to try to pick up for yourself. So this has a ton of bright and happy colors. It was really calling my name to work on. I'm in the midst of a kit up and filming palooza at the moment, where for the 26 for 26 diamond painting challenge being put on by Nicole from Shire Shenanigans, I have been working on multiple whips at a time. I just finished a batch of about 7 whips and I'm about to kit up 6 or 7 new ones, and I'm having a lot of fun with this approach to diamond painting. So this is the second video I'm recording this evening for this whole process, which has been kind of fun. And yeah, let's get into it. So here is the render of the artwork. I'll get you a look at the original artwork when we open this up. There's a ton of special drills in this one, if I remember right, and it's going to have round diamonds. It's going to be decently sized, 80.9 by 55.6, 54 colors, including 6 ABs, 2 iridescent, and 6 fairy dust. Yes, very, very, very colorful. There's some info about how to diamond paint on the back. I'll have some beginner videos linked below as well. Kit contents, we're going to go through all of that, and then name at the bottom in case you're like me and the way you store your diamond paintings actually makes that very useful. Now, I purchased this and it has been sitting for the better part of 6 or like 9 months or something, and I always thought, well, I'll unbox it when I'm ready to work on it. So I'm curious to see, like, did I get it? Is there a treasure quest card in this one? I hope the right canvas is in here. I don't know, you guys. We're gonna find out together. But if you are shopping on DAC's website and would like to save 20% off your first purchase, I do have a discount code you're welcome to use. It is just my name, Katie, Katie, and the number 20. That is an affiliate code, so I may make a small commission if you choose to use it. That said, there's no pressure at all. Let's talk about DAC's toolkits, which I feel like are some of the nicer ones on the market, honestly. This is their Twist and Pick pen, which is a step up from your standard run-of-the-mill diamond painting pen. It has like a shape to it, so it's ergonomic. It comes preloaded with a clear wax. You twist it and the wax will start coming out the end, and if you run out of the wax that is in there, you can twist it the opposite direction. They give you... I'm just a klutz, it's fine. They give you extra wax, the clear wax, as well as some of their classic pin cart wax so you can reload the pen with. You can also use these in the multi-placer end. It comes with a 4-placer that is removable, and they give you a 7-placer as well. This is also compatible with the metal tips that they sell. Just make sure you're getting the ones that are push-in and not the threaded type. You have some baggies. There's like 10 or something you could store leftover diamonds in, and then my favorite of their toolkit upgrades has got to be the trays. I like how these are so much bigger than a regular basic tray. They're about, this is the large tray that is bigger than your hand. It comes with a removable stopper. I am exceptionally clumsy today. It's fine. I've got a sliding lid to put on this as well. So if you have a bunch of these, there's actually kind of these cutouts at the top and bottom. You can stack them. You could kit up into them. There's space for the sticker at the end too. So that's their toolkit. Let's see what my luck is like on my treasure quest card for this kit. Looks like we got a bronze card. That's about right. Let's talk about these real quick. Treasure quest cards. These are part of a secondary rewards program, and they're a cute collectible. So you got your regular, pretty, in my opinion, solid rewards program that Diamond Art Club has. It's points-based and stuff. And then you have this one on top of it. These cards have ranks. This is a bronze card. It is by far the most common. They also have silver, gold, and black, with black being the rarest. There is a redemption code here that you can scratch off to get to, and a little QR code you can scan to get to the redemption part of the website. Once you get various combinations of the different ranks of cards, you can redeem them for things like gift cards or a custom diamond painting. I have a video explaining and demoing what that process is like. You'll find it linked below if you want some more info. Inside of this envelope has some helpful info. You can take a look at their Facebook group, and they have a mobile app as well. And then here is the original artwork. I actually really like Kayomi Harai's artwork. there's sometimes it just really, really speaks to me. She does some really cute cats sometimes. This one really jumped out at me again with all the happy colors. If you were a child of the 90s like I am, very Lisa Frank vibes, right? It's very, very, very rainbow Lisa Frank 90s kinds of vibes. We've got 54 colors in this. Honestly, I might have expected even more than this, but maybe there's just not oodles of shading. I'm really curious to see how this is going to look finished. We've got the DMC code in the right-hand column here. Most diamond painting companies use this color code system. It comes from the DMC brand of floss and cross stitch. 6000s range colors are ones that Diamond Art Club has created to fill gaps in the DMC. Purple is a notoriously limited color family in the DMC. And then all of our special drills are going to be at the end. Z's Fairy Dust, Ella's Iridescent, AB's are AB's. We'll talk about those in a bit. First, though, let's open this up and see how this canvas is looking. It's always interesting. Like, I have impressions of a kit before I look at it. And then when I actually go to unroll the canvas, that's like what really determines, oh, am I actually going to work on this and post this video? Or is this video never going to see the light of day? Because I looked at the canvas and was like, maybe not. I'm not expecting that with this one, but you never know. Okay. Yeah, no, I am stoked to work on this one. That is not going to be an issue. Oh, this is happy. Oh, this is perfectly happy. This is what my heart needs right now. I love her. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that it's not obviously just straight up Lisa Frank. It's very Kayomi Harai style. And rainbows don't belong to just Lisa Frank anyway, and cute animals don't either. It's just what it reminds me of. This is delightful. Oh, I love her. I'm so happy. I'm gonna, for the 26 for 26 challenge, let me see. For the first batch of 7 whips that I did, I worked on them a row at a time. So I would do a row on a kit and then like whip number 1, do a row on it, put it up. Pull out whip number 2, do a row on whip number 2, put it up, take out whip number 3, do a row. And once I got all the way through all 7 whips, I pulled out whip number 1 and did row number 2 on it. Put that up. You know, you get the idea. For this one, should I do it in columns or should I do it in like long rows? That'll be the decision to make. Just with the style of this one and how it's oriented. Ooh, okay, I'll have to think on that one. Okay, let me take you on a quick tour of the canvas and its features. So we've got branding at the top, Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. And then the canvas material it's got a nice thickness to it. It's pretty soft on the back. They have a thick plastic cover and I would call that pretty sticky poured glue. We've got perforated plastic cover. If you want to use these perforated sections, you can. I tend to ignore them and make my own size sections, but you do you. Legends at the top left and the bottom right. And then at the bottom left, we have a thumbnail, the title, and size and copyright. This is legally licensed. That means that Kayomi Harai, looks like through the licensing house, Tate Licensing, they're a pretty well-known licensing house, has given permission to DAC to use this artwork, and DAC is compensating them as well. We have their socials down here. We have another discount code. And then your kit does come with a lifetime warranty. As long as you're the original owner and purchaser of your kit, you're covered under that lifetime warranty, which includes things like if you were to run out of a drill color or run into any other issues, you can contact customer support. I'm seeing a lot of color blocking right out the gate, which is really fun. So I'm just going to be able to multi-place these blocks of color in the rainbow here. Yeah, color blocking is where you have blocks of the same color in a small area. So you'll have that color in your tray for longer. Oh, this background's a great example too. And you can multi-place to help it go even faster. Now, the opposite of color blocking is confetti, which I see a bit of in like the feathers here. Confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area. So you'll probably be doing more single placing and changing the color out in your tray more often. With confetti though, you tend to get more detail and it helps with color changes too. So I like a nice mix of both. This has more color blocking than I was expecting, and I'm okay with it. It's gonna help this one go, I think, kind of faster than I was otherwise expecting it to. Okay, let me do a quick measurement. Yeah, this is 80.9 by 55.6. So it's a pretty good size, but between it having round diamonds and it having all that color blocking, I bet it's gonna go fast. Okay, that's almost 81 centimeters that way. And then this way we're at 55 and a bit. So I'll call that true to size. Now let's look at the diamonds. Happy rainbow color palette. And what I'm probably gonna do, you guys can tell me if you like this or not. I tried this out in one of my last videos when I did Impressionist Sky. I showed you all the drills, including the specials, but I didn't necessarily take you through the canvas and point out where all the special drills went ahead of time. Instead, once the kit was complete, I pointed out where the special drills went. It seemed kind of redundant to do it the other way, but you guys can tell me if you'd still like to see special drill placement before I work on the kit. I'm open to your feedback. Here's our first special drill. Speaking of, this is L602. L is the letter for their iridescent diamonds, and their iridescent diamonds have kind of a crystal effect. The mirror backing you see is what's going to go flat on the canvas, and it helps with the reflectiveness of the crystal drills. And we have this big bag of a light pink iridescent diamond. Diamond Art Club's rounds, I do like them. I feel like they're really faceted, though this kit came out, I bought it a while back, and so I don't know if they've been kind of updating their drills over time, so we'll see what these are like to actually work with, but I haven't had major complaints with their rounds for a long time. Here we've got 2 bags of our first Fairy Dust Diamond, Z3865. Now, Fairy Dust Diamonds have what looks like a fine glitter coating on the top. It is going to give them kind of a pearlescent shimmery sheen. It's more subtle than the other special drills you're going to see in this kit, but is honestly probably my favorite special drill type that Diamond Art Club has because I like the subtlety of it. I feel like it adds a little something without being in your face. It's more understated, but I think it's still really nice. Then our third special drill type in this kit is an AB. AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These ones have a really sparkly iridescent coating on the top that is going to grab your eye, draw to the areas that has been charted, and yeah, definitely going to stand out compared to Fairy Dust. So these are the 3 special drill types. We have iridescent, AB, and then, surprise, next one is actually Fairy Dust as well. So quite a nice variety. But yeah, here's our next special drill. It's Z742. It's kind of an orangish yellow Fairy Dust color. And then we've got 2 more ABs here at the end. We have AB 741 and then AB 436. Kind of a brown. Where's there brown in this kit? I don't even know. But yeah, we have a brown AB. This really is chock full of special drills, which I am here for. I'm just going to leave you zoomed in because we have more special drills right here. L3843, we have a blue iridescent diamond, and then we have AB 5200, a white AB. And then we have this light pink Fairy Dust Z604. This kit is going to just come up and smack you in the face with all the sparkles from the special drills, I bet. Z907, another Fairy Dust color. AB 3846, pretty blue AB. Z552. Oh, I love a darker Fairy Dust color. The glitter coating on those pops. I love it. Z3845, a blue Fairy Dust. And then I've completely lost count of how many specials we've seen. All I know is that there's at least a few more. So this is the last strand. Let's take a look. We have AB906 here, a dark green AB. I cannot wait to see where these special drills go. I love how DAC does their special drills. I'm not trying to just gas them up, but I think they do a nice job. And okay, that was the last special drill, actually. The rest of these are just plain diamonds. That's fine. We love them too. So I'm going to get started working on this kit. I have to go kit it up in the midst of my kitting up a million other projects. So I am really looking forward to sharing the finished look at this kit with you. There's a possibility you might see some clips in between now and then, but most likely you're going to see me just hop right in and be back with a finished kit to share with you. But thanks for hanging out for the unboxing part of this. I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and Rainbow Universe is so happy and finished. This was one of my favorite kits to work on in my round of current 7 or 8 whips. It was one I always looked forward to when it was up in the rotation, and I'm so happy that I get to share with you how it looks finished now. So I have my paper logbook where I track my diamond paintings that I work on. I love that the fantasy iridescent vibes totally match this one. Let me see. Okay, so you guys are familiar with the stats and whatnot. Full disclosure, it's been a month and a half since I recorded the unboxing part of this video, and I did not rewatch it prior to filming this, so if there's things that I'm repeating, that is why. Okay, so I started this on June 2nd. I finished it on July 14th. It's my 26th finish of the year. I gave this one a 4 out of 10 in terms of confetti and an 8 out of 10 in terms of enjoyment. It was just pure happiness to work on, and like I said, it was a set of whips that for me was a little bit less interesting and fun to work on than I was expecting, and this was one of the bright spots in the midst of that. So loved having this one. I need to go pull the drill count from the DAC website. So I write down things like what I loved and the meh. It was hard for me to find things that I didn't like about this one, to be honest with you, but we'll talk about that in a moment. I also noted like this is one that I purchased. It was not a sneak peek, all that good stuff. So as far as drills, I kitted up into this storage container I'd gotten from Unimate. I really like this one. It's great for travel because it's got the pocket and stuff in it. And I like this size of storage container. It's 54 colors. So in this kit, which is the exact number of containers here, which is very handy, they can fit a fair amount of diamonds up to like the largest size DAC bag. I did have some spillover, like some of these dark purple colors I needed. I didn't have quite enough space to fit in one of these, so I just tucked the extras in here and refilled these once they got low. And yeah, I had plenty of all colors left over. Just the rainbow color palette is so happy. It was so refreshing and so nice to work on. And just look at this finish, you guys. It's ridiculous how sparkly and pretty this is. I will say, Diamond Art Club's round drills, they catch the light so well. They're very faceted and look twinkly is the word I hear a lot of people use to describe them. I feel like that's appropriate. And so I'm glad they did this one with round drills, so it has that a little bit more twinkly as opposed to like more shimmery, shiny effect that squares have. This I thought just worked so well. One of the things I noticed also immediately working on this kit alongside Herbalist's Helper, which was a Diamond Art Club kit I had in this round of whips that was one I had gotten years back, was that this one had, I'm convinced, a slightly snugger drill field. I found it easier to multi-place the round drills on this kit and found that they just lined up super well. I'll zoom you in so you can see an example. You can really tell with light colors when there's big chunks of like light colors like this. I think my placement is pretty solid on this. I think it's decent enough. And this was just felt very effortless to do in terms of the grid really helped with getting this really nice, even spacing and rows and stuff like that. So that was something I noticed right away, especially working on it at the same time as an older round drill kit from Diamond Art Club. I noticed that difference. I also just loved the special drills in this one. It was one of my favorite things about it for sure. I'll zoom you in again so you can see some of the examples. It's all throughout the wings. You can see there's a mix of, there's dust diamonds, there's ABs, there's iridescent or crystal diamonds. They're just absolutely everywhere. There were multiple, like there's pink crystal, iridescent was what DAC calls them, pink iridescent, pink AB, pink glimmer, like all right next to each other, and the effect was really cool. A lot of the background areas, like we got blue iridescence and fairy dust in here, and then the white sparkles were usually white ABs, sometimes white fairy dust, but usually white ABs. The Pegasus, this is actually a white fairy dust and just gives a subtle shimmer that I think works really well. I actually think it works especially well in the wings here. I need to grab my tweezers. There's like a little speck of something got in there. But I love the effect of them in the wings here and next to the, like in the feathers next to the other special drills. And then there's this beautiful blue iridescent in her eyes, and then just all throughout her mane, lots of special drills. It really is just, I think, one of the absolute best things about this kit. Now, one of the things that I did mention in the one thing I was able to, I feel like, come up with for the meh column that I noticed is something that is a pretty strong tendency for iridescent or crystal diamonds in general, which is, I assume it's something about the manufacturing process that it's hard to get them looking very, very consistent. And maybe that doesn't necessarily bother you, but it's something that I noticed. Sometimes I'm trying to see if there's good examples. You can almost see in here, like these are all the same pink crystal, but some of them, it's like they almost look more opaque than others, or it feels like you can almost see more of the mirror backing through them. You can actually could see in the blues too. These ones look lighter and these ones look darker. Again, this is something I see across the board from different companies, is this sort of slightly inconsistent effect of the crystals. I don't think it's truly a problem. Like, it's certainly not a deal breaker for me. The ones that were glaringly like, oh, the crystal is like completely see-through and doesn't have like almost any real, pink tinge to it, I didn't place those, but for the most part, I just multi-placed and it was fine with what was there. And I had a ton left over. So it was like, if I really would have wanted to be picky about these pink iridescent diamonds, there was plenty in here. Like, I had tons left over. I absolutely could have been even pickier. Look at that static. Dryer sheets are your friend. Yeah, so these were a bit staticky, but that's the weather where I am right now too. So yeah, that was kind of the only thing that I personally ran into and went, I don't know. I guess this is something I noticed that was less than 100% on this one, but I just really don't have a lot negative to say about this one. It was great to work on, and like I said, always one that I was happy to see be next up in my lineup of whips. So this, as the time of this filming, is not discontinued. However, it is out of stock. I will have the listing linked below if you would like to add it to your wish list, sign up for back in stock notifications. Diamond Art Club uses those metrics to help determine if and when to do their restocks of different kits and kind of the numbers for those. So I highly recommend making use of that feature. Would I recommend this one? 100,000%. This was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to work on. And I mean, I know I have absolutely been accused of glazing DAC, but I hope that you getting to see it completed for yourself is hopefully at least a representation of like, okay, this is how this looks completed, and you can kind of decide if it matches what you like and what you'd like to work on, and you can kind of go from there. Really quick, I didn't mention because it went well and I forgot, but what I call the usual suspects: canvas material, glue, drill field, drill quality, etc. No issues with that. Drill, symbol clarity, all that good stuff. I didn't have any problems with that at all. It's what I've come to expect from DAC, and I'd consider it a really high quality experience. So there is that too. So I feel like objectively and subjectively, this was a really great kit, and all kinds of top recommendations from me. That's why I got an 8 out of 10 for enjoyment from me. Why wasn't it higher? I guess I have expected I might actually get that question in the comments if I'm talking about how much I loved this. It wasn't higher than 8 out of 10 because, well, I'm really picky about kits that I'll give that to. It has to be artwork that I'm like next level obsessed with, and that I am like, I just want to throw everything else aside to work on, kind of thing. And the thing is that this particular round of whips for me, like I mentioned, a lot of them were not as exciting to work on. And so I think that maybe pulled the rating down on this one just a little bit by virtue of like, okay, my enjoyment rating is so flaky. It could be very it's very fickle. It could change based on any number of different things. So in this case, it was affected by me just not having as much fun with this round of whips in general. I wasn't having like as much excitement surrounding diamond painting in general during the past like month and a half. But that said, this was always a bright spot, and I still feel really good about otherwise recommending it to you. Okay, I'm going to stop talking your ear off. I hope you guys enjoyed this start to finish review on Rainbow Universe by Kayomi Harai from Diamond Art Club. Thank you so much for watching. If you do have any feedback or thoughts you want to share, whether it's about this style of video and how I'm formatting it, these start to finish videos, or your personal thoughts about this canvas, whether you've worked on it or just kind of want to share your thoughts on seeing it here. I always love hearing those and hearing from you in your comments below, so feel free to do that. If you did enjoy this video, consider giving it a thumbs up on your way out, and if you would like to see more diamond painting videos from me, including start to finish unboxing reviews from me, weekly whip and chats for company while you're crafting, and other diamond painting how-tos and tutorials, I would love to have you here, so feel free to consider subscribing. And yeah, I think that's it. So thank you again for watching. I hope you're doing very well. Happy crafting. I will talk to you again soon. Bye, guys.